In today's video, I'll share with you things to do and places to visit while on the island of Rhodes. This is a beautiful Greek island, and it's definitely a must-see. Before we begin, just remember that this is based on our adventure to the island, which you can watch in the top right corner of the screen right now. Also, we highly recommend that you rent a car. It's just much easier to get around the island with a car. Most of the things to do and the places to visit on this list are between Rhodes and Lindos, so staying anywhere between these two can greatly reduce time driving and maximizing your time on this beautiful island. And last but not least, I actually put this list into days so that you can follow along, putting things together into a single day trip when they're close by and can be done together. But you can mix and match those days depending on your stay and how long you're gonna visit the island. Without further ado, let's begin. Day 1. Quinn Bay. It is a great place to relax by the beach. Overall, you're gonna park above the beach, and from here you're gonna notice there's actually more than a single beach here, so you can pick one that more suits your style and more your needs. While they aren't too big, they're great to relax, and they're not too far from Feraklos and Rhodes. Overall, a really beautiful place to stay at and swim in this crystal clear water. Day 2. Feraklos Castle and Agathi Beach. Our second day of the adventure is to the nice castle ruins overlooking Agathi and an incredible long beachfront. While there isn't too much of the castle ruins today, it is still nice to see what is left there, and also the views from this are incredible. And from one side of the castle you're gonna notice a beach nearby. This is the Agathi Beach. A very nice and clean beach with a free parking in front of it. You can definitely connect the two for a nice day trip. Day 3. Farma Rhodes and Butterfly Valley. The Farma Rhodes is a zoo that is a bit like a petting zoo. It isn't too big and there isn't too many exotic animals. But at the same time, there's a lot to experience here. You can learn more about ostriches and even get to touch them and walk with them in their habitat. Also, you can visit the lemurs. It is a great experience, and after talking with the caretakers, you can definitely feel how truly they love their animals. It's definitely worth the visit for a nice easygoing day. And not too far from Farma Rhodes is a Butterfly Valley. It is a beautiful valley that you can go on a trek up and down. It isn't too demanding, but depending on the season, there could be more or less butterflies. Unfortunately, in our case, we didn't really get to see too many of them. We were off season for them, but maybe you're gonna be a little bit more lucky. Nonetheless, even without the butterflies, we really enjoyed it for a nice walk in the forest. Day 4. Kritinia Castle, Monolithos Castle, and Prassonissi Beach. Our day 4 on the island was a road trip around the whole island. We visited Kritinia Castle, Monolithos Castle, and Prassonissi Beach. The first location we visited was the Kritinia Castle, a great viewpoint overlooking the sea underneath the cliffs, and other islands as well as Turkey. It is free to explore, but it's mostly ruins of the castle and the views from it. And the views from here are really nice. From here we headed west to the Monolithos Castle. It is the second castle ruins of our day trip. It is an amazing viewpoint in itself. There are a little bit more of the ruins and just what was there before. It is once again incredible to see a structure in such a place. You can actually see other Greek islands from here. For example, you can see Crete, which we also visited before. So it was a really cool fact to know that we were looking at another Greek island. From here we headed south to the Prassonissi Beach. It is a very unique looking beach with two different beachfronts. Usually one of them is better for swimming and the other one is better for kite surfing and surfing in general. But in our case it was the opposite. It was the other way around than normally it is. Anyway, it is still nice to see. It is definitely a different looking beach with its two beachfronts on each side. It is a beautiful place for a sunset. It is a bit far from other points of interest on Rhodes, but it's great for surfing and is great as another point on a road trip around the whole island. Day 5. Seven Springs and Tsambika Beach. So Seven Springs is definitely not the place that I actually thought is gonna be like. From our research and from what we saw, it was a little bit different. It is more of an Instagrammable location and a nice natural surrounding. And you can go through the tunnels, but you don't really have to if you don't want to. So if you're afraid of the dark and you don't want to go through the tunnels, you can go straight from the parking straight to the waterfall of Seven Springs. Not too far from the 7 Springs is Tsambika Beach. It is one of the nicest beaches on Rhodes. It has a big parking in front of the beach, and it has free showers and changing rooms. But like I said, it is one of the most beautiful beaches on the island. Not only naturally, it is a really nice one, it is also well maintained, and the beautiful beachfront is enclosed by 2 big mountains to each of the sides. It is definitely one to visit. Day 6. Lindos. It is a must-see on the island of Rhodes. A beautiful town in between the Acropolis of Lindos and the highway above. It is really picturesque, and being inside of it, there's many small alleyways with restaurants above on the rooftops, while the Acropolis is overlooking all of the surrounding. It is definitely one of the highlights of the island, and we highly recommend everyone visit this while on Rhodes. And the views from Acropolis are incredible in all of the directions, and also overlooking the town itself. Day 7. Rhodes, the capital of the island. This is the biggest city on the island and the capital of it. You will know when you get to the old town because you're gonna pass through the many fortifications of it. You'll definitely feel that older Greek architecture. It is a must-see, and we highly recommend that you just take your time and enjoy, getting lost in its many beautiful alleyways. Along the way, you can visit the Grandmaster's Castle and the Port of Rhodes, where supposedly once the Colossus of Rhodes used to stand. It is a historical, well-maintained, and a nice-looking city. Day 8. Symi. Well, this is outside of Rhodes itself. It is definitely worth to see. To get here, we took a morning boat to the island, starting from the Port of Rhodes, in the capital. You can do a day trip to this island, and when you get to it, you can get lost in its alleyways, going up hundreds of steps and visiting the blue stairs. Overall, we recommend just exploring the port city of Symi and just enjoying your time here. It is a very beautiful port, beautiful city. You can actually go up the stairs to a viewpoint, which unfortunately we did not get to because of the heat that we were in. And one tip is go through the whole port. Thanks to this, you can see the other side of the Symi port town, depending on which side you are from. So if you're on the left side, you can see nicely the right side, and vice versa. Day 9. Kallithea. It is a great place to visit and enjoy the water. First, you can visit the whole place and its museums. It is really nicely made, the architecture here is incredible, and overall you can learn a little bit more about this place and the island. But later, you can enjoy the water here. So it's a nice 2-in-1, and it's located not too far from Faleraki and Rhodes, somewhere in between, so it's not too far if you're staying in these places. One pro tip, there is actually a great place to swim and dive close by the parking. It is another beach, but if you're parking in front of the Kallithea, you probably can see from the parking that there is one more beach to the side. So we highly recommend you check it out if you want to have a little bit better place for diving and snorkeling. While no, there's many more beautiful places on Rhodes. These are the places that we've been to and we can highly recommend you visit. If you have any more questions about Rhodes, let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.